Hey, what's up? Neil here with IronToIronFitness.com. Coming at you from my basement, where I'm going to give you kind of a tour of how my home gym is set up. Home gym is set up in two parts. My basement area here, and then I got some equipment out in my garage as well. The basement is where I started lifting a year or so ago, doing bodyweight stuff and then moving on to kettlebells. I still use it I warm up here every day, do my mobility work afterwards on my off days, and then I've got a little bit of equipment down here for doing sprint type workouts occasionally. So I'm just going to kind of show you around, show you what I got, and we'll go from there. So I guess the first thing to note is after I'd been lifting for a while on this kind of tiled floor, I got some of the nice soft mats and laid them down. So it's a great workout area for doing all sorts of body weight stuff. You can see some of the mobility stuff. My favorite foam roller that I use daily, which everyone should be doing, is over there. Med ball, I got a couple kettlebells for doing certain things. A bench just in case I don't use it as much. It's the first bench I bought. It's cheap and kind of wobbly, so I don't use it out in the garage. I got a cheap treadmill for some sprints, and then we head over here. I've got an Airdyne bike tucked away, and of course a little shelf for the tunes, and then see if we can see my hand. These are really low ceilings down here, so when I started doing kettlebell work last year, I couldn't do the overhead stuff like the snatches and the presses and stuff like that, so back in the other room I've got a homemade pull-up bar, suspension trainer, and then I'd have to come over here and do my kettlebell snatches in between the floor joists. So if there's a will, there's a way you can get it done. So yeah, this is where I worked out all last winter. I don't plan on working out down here as much this winter, but just because I got the garage gym set up. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I've got this hallway here, and I'd be doing bear crawls, shuttle sprints, other types of crawls up and down that little tiny area as well, just to kind of get some of that supplemental work in. Farmer's carries, stuff like that. A little whiteboard for writing down the workouts. Occasionally my memory isn't so great, but I usually got a notebook that I haul around with me that's got all the pertinent information in there. But if you'll bear with me, we'll just take a little walk. So once I'm done with my warm-up, I'm heading up the stairs and heading right out the door, out to the garage. See, we got a little snow last night, so that was just a bonus. I probably should have opened this up ahead of time. But here is the garage gym. Hopefully we'll get some light in there. Finally invested in a squat rack last year and a set of bumper plates. I started experimenting with a little bit of some CrossFit style workouts. Otherwise it's just the basics out here. Set of dumbbells, weight bench. I went with the Select Tech dumbbells just to save some space and not have to have an entire rack full of dumbbells. Kettlebells, got the homemade sandbag, which I really need to make another one so I can pump a little more weight in there and still keep that one a little bit lighter. We'll kind of pan around a little bit. I've got the rings set up for doing some dips, pull-ups. Still trying to hit my first muscle up, not quite there yet. And then we've got boxes for box jumps. You'll see some bands sitting around for some mobility work, and then stuff like band pull parts, all that other good stuff. More kettlebells. There's my first one right there that now props my door open, a little 20-pounder that was before I really knew how to size them properly or what weight I was capable of, but that gets the job done. Kind of a hodgepodge of stuff over here. Of course, got the stereo system, some more bands for work like that. Space heater now that it's a little bit warm out. and stuff like the ab wheel, which is great. And I think that's pretty much it for equipment that's in here. So it's a little tiny space, but hey, you don't need a huge space to get a lot done. I guess down here we've got I've got extra sand for making that extra sandbag like I was talking about. Sitting on top of that is a weighted vest for doing weighted dips, weighted pull-ups. Sometimes I'll strap that on while I'm doing farmer carries, bear crawls, stuff like that. And so when I'm doing farmer carries, I mean, they're going out across the street, or sometimes I'll just do loops around my garage and come back in through the door and kind of keep doing loops around there. I don't know how well you can see it. We'll just kind of zoom in. There's a little bit of a basketball court over there, so when there's no snow, occasionally I'll take a kettlebell or two, walk over there, and you know, do some shuttle sprints or something. Mixed in with some other work. And then from my driveway here, I've got it mapped out where a 200 meter sprint is, a 400 meter sprint is, 800 meters, and then a half mile. So so I can oftentimes I'll blend in some sprint work with whatever else it is that I'm doing, and there's just all sorts of good ways to get in a good workout in just this tiny little space. You don't need a gym membership, and like I said, we got some snow on the ground now, but I'm going to be trying to keep cranking the workouts all winter long, and there it is.